My name is Tivo. This is what I do to get any kind of girl I want. But later backfired when I found true love. Watch out, the fake money guy.
Stephen lived in a small room in a crowded part of town. But on social media, he acted like a big man. He borrowed his friend's car and took pictures beside rich houses. Online, people believed he was a millionaire. He always wore shiny shirts, gold-like chains, and perfume that filled the air. Girls started calling him Money Man and Big Boss. Stephen smiled, but deep inside, he knew everything was fake. Soon, girls were all over Stephen. Some had long hair, soft skin, and wore clothes that hugged their bodies. They sent him messages and called him late at night. Stephen felt like a king. He would take them to places with borrowed money and pretend to be rich. The girls didn't know the truth. They saw the car and the clothes, and they believed every lie. One day, Stephen went to a fashion party. There he saw Melissa. She had soft lips, big eyes, smooth legs, and wore a bright red dress. Her makeup was clean and classy. She looked like a dream. Stephen's heart started beating fast. She was different. She walked with style and smiled like an angel. At that moment, Stephen forgot about every other girl. Stephen knew he had to impress Melissa. He wore his most expensive-looking shirt and put on fake designer shoes. He walked up to her, acting like a rich man. He told her he owned many businesses, and that the car outside was one of many. Melissa laughed sweetly. She liked Stephen's boldness, but she was watching closely. Each day, Stephen told Melissa more sweet lies. He said he traveled to London, bought houses in the city, and had over 5 cars. He posted fake photos to prove it. Melissa believed him. She started falling in love. Stephen felt lucky, but every time she smiled at him, he felt a little fear. He knew one day the truth might come out. Stephen started living fully inside his fake life. He had to lie every day. His phone never stopped ringing. Girls wanted to visit him, take pictures, and go out in the car he didn't own. He was always afraid someone would catch him. But Melissa made him forget his fears. She was caring, beautiful, and smart. He wanted to tell her the truth, but he was too scared to lose her. Stephen's friends warned him. They said, "Bro, this fake life go burn you one day." But Stephen didn't listen. He was chasing girls, fame, and big attention. He wanted to feel like a superstar. He even started borrowing money to rent hotel rooms and buy fake gifts. He told people he had a clothing company. The pressure was growing, but Stephen smiled like everything was fine. Melissa was falling for him. She would call Stephen every night and say sweet things. She told him, "I believe in your dreams. You're different from the rest." Stephen's heart was touched. She started bringing him food, helping him plan fake business ideas. Stephen felt guilty, but also happy. He thought, maybe one day I'll become truly rich and give her a real life. Stephen didn't want to lose Melissa. He thought, let me marry her before the truth comes out. So he started saving small money and planning a big show. He wanted to propose in public. He borrowed a ring and booked a rooftop restaurant. He invited a cameraman and even begged his friend to bring the car again. That night, under the stars, Stephen got on one knee and said, "Will you marry me?" Melissa screamed, smiled, and shouted, "Yes!" Everyone clapped. She wore a long body-hugging dress with gold earrings and perfect makeup. Her hug made Stephen feel like a king. But as they took pictures, one girl in the crowd looked at him with anger. She was one of the girls Stephen had lied to. She quietly left, and Stephen didn't even see her go. Trouble was coming. After the proposal, Stephen and Melissa became the most talked about couple online. They posted romantic photos, hugged in matching outfits, and shared cute videos. Everyone called them couple goals. Melissa started planning the wedding. She picked a white dress that showed her smooth skin and lovely shape. Stephen pretended he had millions saved. Inside, his chest was heavy with worry. The girl who saw Stephen at the proposal, her name was Jessica. She had once believed Stephen's lies too. He had told her she was the one and promised marriage. Now she felt fooled. Jessica still had screenshots of their chats, pictures, and even voice notes. She didn't want revenge. But when she saw Melissa's smile online, something inside her said, she deserves to know the truth. One night, Melissa got a message from a hidden account. It said, "Ask your fiancé about the girls he lied to. Ask about me. You deserve the truth." Melissa's heart jumped. She showed Stephen the message and he quickly lied. He said, "Jealous people want to break us up. Don't listen to them." Melissa nodded slowly, but her heart started asking questions. Melissa couldn't sleep. She started checking Stephen's old pictures and noticed the same car in different clothes. She saw the same watch in all his fake travel pictures. Something was off. She began talking to some girls who followed Stephen. One of them shared Jessica's name. Melissa searched and found Jessica's page. The truth was about to break wide open. Jessica agreed to meet Melissa. They met at a quiet cafe. Jessica came in, wearing a soft pink gown and light makeup. She looked calm but hurt. Melissa was shaking. Jessica showed her everything: chats, promises, fake gifts, and voice notes from Stephen. Melissa's eyes were full of tears. Her dream wedding suddenly felt like a painful movie. Melissa left the cafe without saying a word. She walked through the city with tears in her eyes. Her white heels clicked against the road, and her perfect makeup was ruined by her crying. She still loved Stephen, but now she didn't trust him. Her heart was broken, but she didn't tell him yet. She wanted to see how far Stephen would go with the lie. Stephen was busy planning for the wedding. He rented a suit, borrowed a friend's apartment for pre-wedding photos, and even hired people to pretend to be rich family members. He thought everything was perfect. He dreamed of Melissa walking down the aisle in her tight white dress, looking like an angel. But the truth was walking fast behind him. Melissa sat in her room wearing her bridal robe. Her nails were done, her hair was packed in soft waves, and her dress was hanging beside her. She looked like a queen, but her heart was heavy. She stared at her phone and looked at Stephen's pictures. "Why did you lie to me?" she whispered. She wiped a tear and made a decision. Tomorrow, she would act like everything was fine. Until the very last moment. The wedding day came. The sun was shining. Cameras were everywhere. Stephen looked sharp in his suit. His friends danced around him. Melissa walked in slowly, wearing her long white gown and red lipstick. Everyone clapped and smiled. Stephen's heart was beating fast. He couldn't believe he was finally marrying the girl of his dreams. But Melissa's smile was different. Sweet on the outside, cold on the inside. As they stood at the altar, the pastor said, "If anyone has a reason why these two should not be married, speak now." Melissa raised her hand. The hall went silent. She turned to Stephen and said, "Before I say yes, tell everyone how you lied to all those girls. Tell them the truth, Stephen." Stephen's mouth opened. The crowd gasped. The wedding stopped. As Melissa spoke at the altar, the crowd started to whisper. Some girls in the audience were nodding. They had also been fooled by Stephen. Phones came out. Cameras were rolling. Tried to speak. "Melissa, please. I can explain." But Melissa looked straight into his eyes and said, "Explain to the girls you used, not to me." She dropped her bouquet and walked away slowly, her gown dragging on the floor. The video of the wedding drama spread fast. People reposted it with captions like, "Fake big boy exposed" and "Wedding shocker." Stephen's name trended online, but for the wrong reason. Girls began to post their own stories about Stephen. Screenshots, voice notes, and old pictures flooded the internet. Stephen went viral, but not like he wanted. His fake life had turned into real shame. Stephen sat alone in his room, still wearing his wedding suit. His fake watch was beside him. His phone kept ringing with insults and laughing messages. He didn't eat or talk to anyone. Tears dropped from his eyes. His heart was heavy. He whispered to himself, "I was only trying to become somebody. I just wanted love." But love built on lies always crashes. Melissa deleted all their pictures online. She posted a new photo of herself in a red gown, standing strong with the caption, "I choose peace." People praised her strength and beauty. Many girls looked up to her. Brands started calling her for fashion deals. She smiled in new photos, but deep down, she was healing too. Loving a liar had left a scar on her heart. Stephen looked into the mirror. His face was tired. The shine in his eyes was gone. He took off the fake rings, the fake chains, and the fake smile. He finally saw the real him. He whispered, "I must change." He opened his notebook and started writing the truth. His past, his lies, and his pain. For the first time, he was not pretending. He was just Stephen. Stephen deleted all his fake social media posts. No more rented cars, no more designer lies. He got a real job at a small clothing shop and worked quietly, folding shirts and greeting customers. People laughed when they saw him. "Isn't that the fake big boy?" They whispered. But Stephen kept his head down. For once in his life, he didn't want to impress anyone. He just wanted to be real. One evening, Stephen saw a message on his phone. It was from Melissa. Just one line. "I saw your post. I hope you're doing okay." He stared at the screen, his heart beating fast. He replied gently, "I'm trying to become better. I don't blame you for what happened." Melissa sent back a smile emoji. No more anger, just peace. They were not lovers anymore, but they respected each other. Stephen decided to speak out. He recorded a video with a clean background, wearing a simple white shirt. No filters, no jewelry, just his real face. He told the world everything. The lies, the pain, the shame, and the lesson. People listened. Some laughed, some cried. But many thanked him for his honesty. "You saved me from doing the same thing," one message said. Months passed. Stephen changed. He now had his own small business. One day, a girl named Sophie walked into his shop. She wore jeans and a soft pink top. Her smile was kind and honest. They started talking. No lies, no pretending. Just two people who wanted peace. Sophie liked him for who he was, not what he had. And Stephen liked the way she made his heart feel calm. Stephen looked at the city from his small shop window. Life was not perfect, but it was real. He was no longer a fake money man. He was just Stephen. And that was enough. He smiled, remembering Melissa, the lies, the pain, and the growth. Then he looked at Sophie helping a customer. His heart felt warm. For the first time, he didn't need a mask. He had finally found peace.